What is up, everybody? Mikey there, Panzernator here with something a little bit different. We are here in Hearts of Iron 4. This is taken from my Italy campaign, and what we are doing is we are going to show you, I'm going to show you, how to invade the United States, or what I believe is the easiest way to invade the United States as a European power. So Germany, Italy, or if you want to, go communist France or England or whatever. Those two are a little bit different because you do start off with islands in the Caribbean. Like if you want to invade America as fast as Britain, just put troops in the Bahamas. So this is mainly geared towards Germany, Italy, and if you want to do Austria-Hungary, whatever. Some Axis power that starts off in Europe that does not have easy access to islands in the Caribbean like France or the UK. So we're playing as Italy, and actually I'm not going to say, I kind of want to say that it's a little bit easier to set up for this as Italy than it is as Germany for a couple reasons. Italy starts with a bigger navy, and Italy starts with territory in North Africa. Now, as you can see, I've taken over all of Africa except for the Portuguese and Liberia, because Liberia isn't going to mess with me. But really, you don't have to do all of this. If you want to, you could just launch from, you just really need to get to Casablanca. And why is that? So basically, before I get there, let's go on an overview. If you just look at the map, there's really two ways you can go. You can daisy chain from the UK to Denmark, or to Iceland, to Greenland, and then land in Canada or Nova Scotia or something like that, or maybe all the way down here. That's kind of, I've done that before. It takes a long time. Canada is a wasteland, and the allies can respond to you a lot faster. At least I find they tend to. Now, the other way, shortcut might seem to be invading, going, especially since since we have capitulated the USSR and have taken some of their lands, maybe launch a naval invasion of Alaska. Well, fighting in Alaska and, northwestern Canada is a pain in the ass. And island hopping throughout the Pacific is probably going to take longer than it does as this area, and also it's not a surefire thing that Japan has things under control. In fact, they really don't. There's Australia, there's New Zealand, there's the Raj, there's all this stuff going on in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to invade from South America. Now, we don't have any land there yet, and what I want to preface this by saying is if you can get Venezuela to join the Axis, this makes things a whole lot easier. Because from Venezuela, you can just immediately start, land troops at Miami, and it's pretty straightforward. But we don't have Venezuela on our side. We're not the faction leader, so we can't exactly invite them. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of island or land hopping, I suppose. So notice how, these European powers that we are at war with, how they do have their colonies here in northern South America. So what we're going to do is we're going to launch a naval invasion. Now I said Casablanca, why? Well, if you launch from this furthest southernmost port here in, where is this? This is in Freetown. Then it only takes two sea lanes, and that's pretty good. However, if you launch from, either here in, I don't know which one is that? Damn it. If you launch here through Gambia or through Senegal, then it goes up into this sea zone right here. So I'd say you only need Casablanca, because if you launch from Casablanca, you need 3 sea zones, same as this, so it really doesn't help. So we're gonna launch from Casablanca. Now I'm gonna unpause so these troops can get ready and can start preparing. You may still be fighting the USSR or whatever, but what I am currently doing is I am building up my forces. We're gonna go to speed 4. I'm building up my forces in these ports in North Africa, because once you land in Florida, you're going to want to absolutely bring you're going to want to break out as fast as possible because you need to take basically the entire East Coast, Detroit, Chicago, and start going out west to try and take LA and San Fran. So that's more planning ahead. That isn't necessarily about making landfall, whereas this tutorial more focuses on making landfall on the mainland US. So I'm gonna pause the video, or I'm gonna fast forward until this invasion is ready, and then I will get. Okay, so I do have submarines here. Okay, so we're just gonna tell them to hold and to go to this port right now. So okay, so we're gonna do that. I want to show you how I get that set up. So stay tuned. We will get to basically the first leg right now. Alright everyone, so we are back and we're just gonna slow down, just getting some technology and all of that. It doesn't exactly matter. Let's get, I don't know, just whatever. Why does this matter? Okay. I'm gonna get division speed, whatever. Okay, irrelevant. If you want to check out the Let's Play, then there's obviously a time and place to do that. So we have our troops here. They're ready to launch, but there is no naval superiority here. Now, if we take our main battle fleet, which I have called the Seabirds, you'll notice they don't have the range to get all the way to the landing zone. So what we're gonna do, which I guess, I don't know, doesn't necessarily matter because it might be able to get to this area, but just to be safe, always have some submarines. So I have those called the meatball subs. I'm gonna just put them on convoy rating in these 3 zones. And there we go. We now have, okay, so these are some more troops that I have ready for all of that, but that's fine. What we need to focus on is our invasion. So now that that is ready, we're going to launch these guys, and I like to invade Cayenne, Cayenne, or however the hell you say that place, French Guiana, right next to Suriname. And so let's just kind of go up to speed 4 while we watch these guys hobble their way across the Atlantic. Notice I'm researching submarines and whatnot because just to bolster, all that. You do want to make sure you have a sizable navy, obviously. Even though we are using submarines for this portion, you do want a main battle fleet for the Caribbean and the invasion itself. So our troops, they do take a while to cross the Atlantic. It's not the easiest thing. And I just moved, just so you know, I moved these guys to this port, but I'm going to put them in Casablanca because that's a better port for them to be in. And that's just waiting for them. That's just going to be to wait for them, to wait until I need to bring them into Miami. So there we go. We are, what do we have here? We have a slight engagement. Oh, those are some American convoys, so nothing too big there. They'll be there in about a week. These poor bastards on their transatlantic landing operation or whatever. This is the most ambitious portion of the operation. Definitely a human player might be able to stop this. But then you probably have Germany with a decent enough fleet too and all that. So this is, mainly focused at AI to help you out in your single player games. And there are 10 American divisions. That's actually a lot more resistance than usual. But I mean, typically you won't have this kind of resistance. You'll be able to make a landing here in around Suriname and Guyana. So there we go. We're about to land. Good old Dougie Mac can't stop us. 90 something. No, some guys are going back, but wait, did that invasion did that fail? Holy shit. Well, I'm gonna, oops. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this in there. So sometimes the invasion will fail. That is far from ideal. But I'm gonna wait until they get back and we'll try again. So okay, so we're getting ready for round 2, and just just so you know, don't get discouraged. As long as your troops survive, you're gonna be fine. As you can, I mean, I just had a battle here where there weren't nearly as many of them. Just let your troops. Oh, India surrendered. That's good. Just let your troops get back, and oh, we got India. What the hell? Okay, well, that's fun and all, I guess. Just build more infantry. I don't know. All our factories are damaged. This is not my best campaign, but anyway, just kind of, make sure you retrain your guys. So we'll pull these guys out and have them retrain. So just, make sure everyone is ready to roll. You don't want anyone, you want everyone to be as prepared as possible. And of course, this is the most important leg of the, this is probably the most trickiest leg of the mission. Like I said, this becomes infinitely easier if Venezuela joins the Axis. So do whatever you can to get them to join, because that is amazing. And you see, there was like 12 divisions here last time. Now there's like only 2 or 3 or whatever. And they're American divisions guarding the French. So none of this really matters. But anyway, so there we go. We'll launch again, and we'll just keep it at speed 5 just to keep things rolling. Unfortunately, we cannot bring in our if you can, if your service fleet is in range, obviously use them to support the landing if possible. But again, our service fleet doesn't have range. That's the biggest problem. And as you can tell, there's only 1 tank division here. So our guys are coming. I'm going speed 5 just so they can haul ass across the Atlantic, and hopefully this time we'll be able to make landfall. If you watch the actual campaign that I have, it works the first time for me, so whatever. How are things going here? I don't care. That this whole thing, I'm managing it in my own way. So there we go. So we have a foothold in. So once you get your foothold in Cayenne, it's probably gonna be Cayenne because that's the closest port. You obviously want to start an offensive line. You want your guys to go, and you also want to go to construction and make this port level 10 and make this infrastructure, just build up this infrastructure. So there you go. Definitely march forward if you can and try and take this whole area. You don't want any nonsense coming from them, from the allies trying to retake it, or trying to push from another direction, or having you trapped in a port. So definitely get all this stuff too. Of course, keeping up to date on your technologies and all that helps out a lot too. I'm just, for the purpose of this tutorial, going about the motions, taking care of the what's it called, the naval ones, because your navy is going to be crucial for this part of the for this invasion. So again, as you get parts of yes, the Dutch were just stuck here in Suriname, so but just do what you can to take over this area. Get all your naval doctrines, because you will need it whenever you are fighting the Americans in force. I'm training up more troops. This is of course was set up during a Let's Play that you can find on the channel. Hungary proclaims Greater Hungary. Okay, whatever. Good for you. So yeah, so what we have is we're in basically what I like to call, so stage 1 is getting here, stage 2 or stage 1 is basically conquering all of this area. So I will come back to you once this is all taken care of. Okay, so we have all of both the British and French Guiana, as well as Suriname, taken care of. Now if we go to our naval screen again, you'll see we barely have access to Miami. We could just go there right now, but what a safer bet would be to take fuck you. I don't care. Just do something. I do this. I'll do this a lot more, paying attention and whatever in my Let's Play. But basically, so if you go back to the naval screen and you go to the Seabirds, I would actually deploy them search and destroy in the Caribbean right now. Why can't you do that? Maximum. Do that. Alright, so then, okay, so I'd switch them, put them on hold, and I would put them in these two sea zones, the Caribbean, put them in the Dimmer whatever plain and the Florida coast. Now, I would not recommend going straight for Florida for several reasons, but what I would say that you should do is try and take some Caribbean islands. So what we're going to do is do all this nonsense. So we're going to get everyone in a port. So let's unpause. So what I'd like to do, just to get everyone in their own port, is put them in a garrison that's only the ports, and let them get there. So there you go. So we're gonna pause it right here. And what I like to do is I like to change their plans to naval invasion. So we're gonna have these guys navally invade Jamaica. These three, let's have them go to, let's just, go to this island, I suppose. And then these four, what we'll have these four do is that we'll have them go for Puerto Rico. So we'll do that, and I'm not going to bring these troops over until the other guys launch. As well as I am training up some more divisions to bring over, just because the manpower and all that. It's situational. You know how to manage your army, or if not, I will do a tutorial for that. So basically, we have a lot of invasions to plan, and I will do that over another break. So stage 2, the invasion of the Caribbean, will begin shortly, and notice our Seabird fleet is already engaging the American naval presence here in the Caribbean. So we will get to the next part after this short break. Okay, so I got some more armies ready, getting some more troops ready to help with the invasion, and also these troops are ready to launch their naval invasions. Now, I don't have much, I don't have very much of a readout on this, so what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to take the meatball subs, I'm going to switch their sea zones to the appropriate ones, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the seabirds are currently engaged in combat, so we'll just let them do that. If we need to, you can always pull your fleet over. So, like, let's take, what does Lasagna have anything? Okay, so let's have Lasagna, let's just have them come chill by Puerto Rico to support that invasion. So, and while I have these troops go out over here, I'm gonna bring some of my, what is all this? Where the hell are you? Okay, y'all are over here, so I'm going to have y'all go here. I'm going to bring my troops over to, I'm going to bring some of my armies over to Northern South America because they, I want them to be closer to the action. So what we have here is we have these guys have conquered everything, so I'm just going to have him come this way, and then this way, and then come back. So we'll have him do that. Let's delete that front line. Okay, so that island is ours, this island is ours, and Jamaica is also going to be ours. So you usually shouldn't run into too much resistance here. Let's put these guys in this province so they can help with the attack, and, let's wipe out these American divisions. So there we go. Just getting more submarines and carriers and whatnot. So that's fine. Okay, so there we go. That is very good. Let's delete all of our orders, of course. And what are you doing? And I like to just send these guys over this way because they can attack all of that. So does this have an airbase? This does not have an airbase. Jamaica doesn't have an airbase either. Well, let's have you come over here to help. What the hell just happened here? Come on. Sometimes you'll get this nonsense where they'll go into a port behind you, and it's really annoying. So just deal with it as you can. But what I would also suggest doing is start planning your invasion to land in Miami with your other troops. So there we go. You two can do the same thing. And notice how, at this point, it is important for you to... United States stands against fascism. Well, that's cute, America. Who dares wins. Okay, so let's actually move... Let's move you to this province. And let's have both of them try and smush these guys. So... This might be a little difficult. This is actually kind of some extraneous stuff. You don't have to do all of this, but I like to. I like to wrap up these islands, you know, while I'm here. Get better technology, as always. And get, you know... Yeah. So this is just taking care of housekeeping along the side. So, I'm going to wrap up these islands, and I will come back to you when we are ready to launch the invasion for Miami. So stay tuned. Alright, so we are back after a couple of snafus. I was almost done recording the segment. My computer crashed. I didn't have an autosave. As a matter of fact, let me actually save real quick. Let me just call this like tut. Just to make sure nothing wrong happens. So everyone is ready to go. It took a while. I did bring more Marines. You know, I do have more Marines, but I'm not going to add them. 12 is actually plenty. As you can tell, we have our Navy parked right outside of Miami. And, well, okay, we got more carriers. That's fine. Whatever. I don't really care. We'll not worry about that. So we are ready to go. Let's just launch all of our troops. So the reason we have this fleet here is to provide ground support if Miami were well defended, which, as you can tell, it is not. It's too bad weather penalty. Wait, what was the other guy? Airformer, whatever. Okay, so that's fine. So we've got all of that. And, yep, there we go. They have more troops here, but it looks like we will win. So, that is that. So, yeah. Once you have these Caribbean islands, it basically becomes like, you know, your standard naval invasion. You don't have to do this whole everyone attack from different locations. I like to do that, though, because it does reduce the planning time, and you can go a lot faster. And everyone... the fuck are you doing? Okay, we need to get the seabirds in here. Seabirds! Go save them. So, that is what goes on here. What we're going to do is we're going to delete all of these. And then we're going to select all of them. And do a front line. And then you start conquering America. So, that is how things go. Let's just get all of this happening. You know, you can bring in more troops if you want to, which I like to do. I also like to improve Miami, the port of Miami a little bit, because, well, it definitely helps to have more of a, you know, supply line coming through. I'm definitely going to take this a lot slower in my Let's Play because, well, we have everyone... You know, I'll have more people and all of that, so that is how I want that to go down. So yeah, this is... Oh no, what the fuck just happened? Jesus Christ. Okay, so you don't want to let them recapture Miami. Go to Miami, seriously. So yeah, and now that you have landed in America, you can go to town. To make them capitulate, of course, you need, like most, you know, victory points. So basically, I found if the Eastern Seaboard, if you get like a line that goes up to like here, and then you get these cities, and then by the time you break through here, you can just send tank divisions, like run Rampart to get like Tulsa, KC, Omaha, you know, just send guys to victory. Oh, fuck you. Really? This is so dumb. Sometimes this is really dumb how this works. At least they have another port. Oh, God. Well, you know, bring them in here. Pay more attention, because it is dumb sometimes what the AI will do or not key. So hope that has been helpful. Just kind of some precursors and all of that. The if you to plan ahead, you obviously want to get your navy built up. Don't be an idiot. Don't use your navy unless you know they can win. Make sure you control enough of North Africa to get Casablanca, and make sure if you can get Venezuela in the Axis, great. If not, no big deal. Just land your naval invasions in Guyana and Suriname. Take those over. Take over some Caribbean islands to extend your naval range, and then invade Miami and go from there. So hope you enjoy this. I'm just gonna have these guys do like that. So this has been a tutorial of how to invade the United States as Italy or Germany. Hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, be sure to leave about this strategy or any clarifications. Please leave in the comments. This is my first tutorial, so I definitely need some more practice on everything. I could definitely use some help. As you can tell, the Americans have brought in a significant presence here, so this is definitely going to be one hell of a fight. But we have our foothold, and that is what's important. Pipe in planes. You know how to win wars, or maybe you don't. If you don't, then well, let me know. Ask me in the comments, and if you want me to do another type of tutorial similar to this one. Mexican opposition, what are you? You're Democratic. Okay, then let me know. This is of course, these do take a lot of time, mainly just to set up appropriate scenarios and all of that. But this is how to invade the United States as Italy or Germany. Hope this tutorial was helpful. If you need clarification, let me know in the comments. Hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, consider subscribing for more Hearts of Iron content, like Let's Plays and other tutorials in the future, as well as follow me on Twitter at Panzernator. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this helped you out, and hope to see you in the next one. Until then, this is Panzernator signing out. See you, nerds.